Hello everyone, welcome to our spring semester version of Managerial Cost Accounting, Accounting 204. We're really glad and grateful that you have joined us for this semester. And I want to make this video to kind of make sure that we know where everything is, make sure that we are ready to go on the first day of class by being comfortable with the outline of what we're going to do and where you can find the resources that will help you along the way. So if you've had a class from me before, you'll recognize the format, but I put all of the materials or links to the materials that you will need most often across the top here. Actually, we're going to take quizzes off the right now. You see that I have, because we are not going to use quizzes. And now it is gone. So we will be using discussions, content, drop boxes for turning in homework, grades, although much of it will be done as part of Connect. You'll be able to review your grades, send me emails. Very important resources. If you need help with Zoom or Brightspace, which is our learning process here, the library, when we do research for any of the topics or anything that you need to do. Smart Thinking is 24/7 tutoring that is outside of Hack. Okay, so it is I not sure how much the tutoring will be assistance in this class. You're probably going to need to ask questions of me rather than a tutor, because this is that very few people have experience. Once they have reached this class and taken this class, they tend to graduate and be out of Hack, and so they're not available to be tutors. And so that it is somewhat difficult to find someone who has had experience with this class. But you can always check there if that is as a need. By clicking on that will tell you the schedule for those who are tutoring student or what we call peer tutors. So in the middle here will be the news feed. I will update that at least every week with what's going on, what's happening in the course. Over on the side is my picture, a new one, if you had class before with me from a hike up at Ricketts Glen State Park this past fall, as well as my contact information, Zoom room, the personal Zoom room that we'll use for any office hours or any out-of-class meetings. Well, we don't have a Zoom class for meeting. This is a virtual class, so it would be any of our discussions that we would want to do face-to-face other than just posting on the discussion board. So looking at the syllabus for a minute, give you an idea of what to expect. A link right here to the syllabus. As we go to that, we see my office hours, another link to that same Zoom room, personal Zoom room, information about the course in general. Probably the most important thing here is the textbook. You're going to need this, and you're going to need to use the Connect version. You're going to need the online code. In the actual course site, The link to the textbook is down in the right-hand corner, but also each of the assignments are going to be linked to the Connect version of the textbook as well. And in Connect, you can read, you can study, okay? We're also going to have a supplementary textbook called The Goal, A Process of Ongoing Improvement. It is a book that was written by Mr. Goldratt. It's written kind of as a novel, so there's fiction in it as well as it illustrates some very correct principles, some truths about cost accounting. I think you'll find it pretty easy to read and kind of fun to read, as well as very helpful in understanding some of the principles. Now, theory of constraints is its basis, and we will go over that. There's a short section in a chapter in the textbook about theory of constraints, but this whole book is about it and how to build it and that sort of thing. And you're going to write a paper about this. So we need to get this book in some form or another. You can buy it sometimes as little as $2 or $3 on Amazon for a used copy. There's plenty of them floating around. Maybe a library, maybe that you could borrow it for a very low cost. If you have any trouble getting it, please let me know. But so you can start reading it as we go through the semester. The assignment, the written paper about it, won't be due till the end of the semester, but I don't want you to wait till then to try to cram all reading in at the last minute and then write it. Your paper is going to be a summary of what you learned, how it challenges what we traditionally do in cost accounting, and an application of what you learned. So it's going to be 3 pieces and turned in at the end of the semester. Okay. Here's our learning outcomes, things we're trying to learn, and our schedule of activities if you want to see how this works, how our dates kind of line up. So most of your questions hopefully will be on the discussion boards. Each week there will be just an open discussion board for questions about the material in that week. There is one in the introduction just for questions about the syllabus and that sort of thing. Now, assignments or course requirements. Every week there was 1 or 2 chapters to be read. All right. Your assignment is to do the reading and then complete the Learn Smart reading review. And that'll be linked right in the it'll take you, and what it's going to do is ask you questions about your reading. You get unlimited tries. You get it until you get it right. It is just a way of reviewing it, but you get 10 points for completing it. So it's simply completion. All right. If you're not getting some of the questions right, it will ask you more to try to get to that point. All right. That's what we call Learn Smart. That's it's artificial intelligence in theory to help you identify those parts that you need to review further. Then there's also a homework assignment each week, and that is also a connection. It will be a link to the Connect. You will do it in the online system for the textbook. It is designed as homework, meaning it will give you hints. It will allow you multiple tries, really unlimited tries. It will tell you where things are incorrect. It will provide you with a kind of a format for completing the homework so that you can see kind of how it should look. And so, again, it's completion. If you do all of the problems and complete them, then you get 20 points. All right? So that is the idea. Again, there shouldn't be any reason that you shouldn't, other than not doing it, that you shouldn't get the full 20 points. discussion boards, all right, will be about the topic in some way or another from that week. You will need to make one post by Saturday, 2 posts in every discussion board. These are the graded discussion boards. These are not ones that are just for questions, but you need 2 postings. You will not be able to see other people's postings until you make yours. So you'll post and then you'll be able to see others, and then your second post will be a response. Make sure you follow the instructions in the prompt to make sure that you're answering whatever the correct questions or responding in the correct way with the correct details. 10 points for that if you have posted on time and done so in a clear way and explained yourself and done a good job in doing so. And you are always, when you post and you find that other people have posted, you can see it, and there needs to be something you want to update, please just go update that, post again, post as many times as you would like, at least twice. But the idea is to get back and forth, learn from other people's posts. Okay, they learn from yours, so that we get toward a better answer, because there's very few in this cost accounting realm that write answers, perfect answers, okay? But there may be some better thinking about it or a better way to explain it, and you can go back and update your post or post again, post a third, fourth, whatever, so you feel like you're getting the concept. There's a summary of the written paper that we just talked about on the theory of constraints, and then our tests or projects. They'll feel more like projects than they will tests. There will be no timing on the system as far as how long you can use it. You'll have a week. You'll see in the schedule that we've given a week for each test or project. They will cover only the material for the chapters we will cover to that point. So it will be specific on the schedule what chapters are covering. All right, and it will be an application. It will require multiple steps, okay? And you will need to provide an answer that looks professional, that, you know, like it would be for your boss. This is the work I did, this is how I got my answer, and this is what we should do, or this is a recommendation typically that will be involved with it. And so it should be easy to read and be able to find what work you did. It could be done in Excel or Word or a combination, probably mostly in Excel, to show your work. So there's our point distribution. We got reading reviews, discussion boards, homework, tests, and written paper. Final grade criteria is pretty much typical. Okay. Want you to keep it up to date. If you don't, I may have to, or be asked to see if we can't, need to drop someone from the class if they have not attended enough at certain points during the semester. If you let me know if things come in the way of getting things done on time, please just let me know what that is and what we need to do, and we can make accommodations as needed, as long as I know. And then academic dishonesty. Please just ask if you have a question about what you can collaborate on. Pretty much you can collaborate on anything, all right, except for the test projects. And even that, there will be a discussion board where you could post questions, but then I can monitor those questions. No questions outside of the discussion board would be allowed. Okay, so that you could post or talk about the project in the discussion board where I can see what is being shared, and that would be acceptable, but any other collaboration would not be. And then the other information about getting accommodations or help with disabilities or any of other issues that might come up. Please just let me know what it is that we can do to make your experience in this class more rewarding. So that's the syllabus. That's the idea of the class. Let me just take a peek in the first learning module to show you how I've organized each week. Okay, it will have the learning objectives. It will have some kind of rah-rah, cheering you on material. And then there will be the link, like we said, to the reading review. So again, this is questions about your reading. There will be PowerPoints that I have adjusted and worked through to match what I think are the most important parts of the chapters. And then my explanation videos, okay, of those PowerPoints. So I will use those videos are available. You can watch them as many times or as little as you want. They explain and go through the PowerPoint slides. YouTube videos is where they're all posted. Here's our there will be a discussion submodule with the discussion that's graded, and then the question, just a general question discussion board. Remember, follow the instructions on the discussion, and then you'll see the homework again is a link where you will work through the problems. It will be recorded and graded in the Connect system, and then I will go in and get the score and put it into this Brightspace. That's how it's going to work. The tests will all be, like I said, take-home project, more like they will be Dropbox assignments that you will use rather than a quiz or something like that. So that is our course. We want to make it as full of learning as possible. Let me know if you run into any questions or anything that's unclear. Thank you.